Okay, you should have finished the warm-up now. Let's look at that. What we're going to do today first is review what we learned last time we were here, which was polygon angle sum. And then we're going to review what it means for triangles to be congruent. So first, the polygon angle sum is what you had to use on the first two warm-ups. Okay, the basic formula would have been n minus 2 times 180. N minus 2, where n is the number of sides. I subtract 2, multiply by 180. That tells me what all of the angles together inside of it add up to. In this case, we have a 16. 16 minus 2 is 14. 14 times 180 is 2,520. So your first answer is 2,520. That is what all 16 angles would add up to. If it's a regular shape, remember regular means all sides, all angles are equal to each other, therefore all angles are the same. So we would take that 2,520, divide that by 16, and we get 157.5. So that was our warm-up reviewing polygon angle sum. Now the other thing we're reviewing is, what does it mean for shapes to be congruent? It means that all of their sides and all of their angles are exactly the same. They are congruent. So in this first shape, when we're looking at these, if you look at KJ, KJ has no tick marks, but it's between, if you look at my angles, I have the 2 marks and the 3 marks. I look on the other one, 2 angle marks and the 3 angle marks. I also see the 3 centimeters and 3 centimeters. So it is equal to or congruent to MQ. Angle Q is congruent to angle K because they are congruent. MP is congruent to HJ. When you write your congruence statement, now it didn't tell you how to start it. I made mine HKJ. Yours does not have to be exactly like that, but what does have to happen is H and P are in the same place. K and Q are in the same place. J and M are in the same place. And that would be a triangle congruence statement. Now today we are going to show that I do not need everything to be congruent to say the triangles are congruent. Okay, we're going to have side, 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 side angle, side. It's going to be very similar to the similar thing, but it's going to be with congruence. Now, before we do that, though, I do want to go over one property. It is called the reflexive property. Okay, it looks very much like reflection, which means you see a picture of yourself. So the reflexive property means something is congruent to itself. Now, if you're wondering where in the world would that be used, here's an example. Okay, I have one shape here with an AC drawn through the middle. Now, when that AC is drawn through the middle, though, it creates 2 triangles. 1, 2. If I separated those two into 2 triangles, you can see that AC is still the same in both of them. So later on in this unit, we're going to have to be able to say that AC is congruent to AC when we're trying to prove parts are congruent, which we're getting ready to do. And the reason for that will be the reflexive property. Next, side, side, side. Okay, you fill in the blanks when all the corresponding sides of 2 triangles are congruent. The triangles are congruent by SSS, side, side, side. So here's an example. This side and that side are congruent. That side and that side are congruent. That side and that side. So I have 3 sides and 3 sides congruent. That is side, side, side. So can the following be proved by side, side, side? Now, just as you're looking through these, here's the key things. I have to have all 3 sides marked congruent to all 3 sides. The only thing that can happen right now is this old reflexive property. So if you look at number 1A, clearly that's a yes, side, side, side. Now on B, I'm going to draw that one up here. This one only has 2 sides marked congruent. It has this one marked congruent to this one, has this one marked congruent to that one. So by itself right now, that's not side, 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 but because of reflexive property, That side is congruent to itself, so that is a yes. C is a no. D is a yes. That's another reflexive property. E is a no. F is a yes. Okay, so look at those, make sure they make sense. And then the only other thing we have to do is this side, angle side. And when you have, so if you turn the page, make sure you turn the page to the back of the notes. When you have two corresponding sides and the included angle of two triangles congruent, the triangles are congruent by SAS, side, angle, side. So what's important to understand here, just like in the similarity, the angle has to be included. So if you guys look at 2A, here are my two sides that are marked. This is the angle that should be included, not one of those. So it has to be in between is another way to say it. Okay, my other one would look like this. Boom, boom, boom. It's that angle right there. And on the last one, it would be like angle H. All right, so what I want you guys doing now is on 3 and 4, you're going to work those out. When you get finished, you can pull up the completed notes on Canvas, just like you did for the note or for the video. See if you missed anything, make sure you've got that in there, and then begin working on the practice.